initial. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Coach Plays. Thursday night football, 5-7, Las Vegas Raiders versus the 3-9 LA Rams. So we are just moments away from kickoff as the Raiders definitely, I went red today. I went red. Wanted to kind of pop out. Pizza Planet. And then my Titans. Remember, hey, what was it? 10 cents. 10 cents. Incredible find. Raiders definitely need a win to continue to be in the playoff hunt. Coach Allen says Titans suck. He's not wrong. Coach Allen, Hall of Fame member. Glorious. We're not worthy. The show goes on. We are in big on the Las Vegas Raiders tonight. As always, guys, we will go back and forth from this scene to this scene. I will get the game cast up for you guys as well. We will go back and forth. And as always, we will pop in the game audio once the game gets going. As always, once you pop in, hit those thumbs up. That helps us out. Share us out to grow the chat. And if you're new, subscribe. Join the team as we are on route. Wonder which one sounds better. To 7K. 7K. So, big things coming. Hallen says, the Raiders. Hallen, are you root? Root. He likes root better. Route. Root. He likes root. I like root. Root sounds better. I'm Groot. Coach Hallen, is that the only bet that you're in on tonight? Is the boost? Is that where you're laying your money? And did you go with a 50 burner? No bets. What did you just say? Besides boost. Okay. If you decide to not take the boost, I think that would have scared me. Because I went all in on the boost, thinking that it was you and me. That's scary. All right, no bets outside the boost. Nothing wrong with that. Playing it safe, unlike me. So, the boost that we are on today. Let me see if I can pull up my bets real quick. Everything left in the account. Gotcha. We need it. We need it then. See if we're good. I think y'all got me now. So I think we're good. Coach Allen says we're back just in time for the game. Audio sounds good. My apologies. You're good here, Chase Bishop says. Appreciate that, guys. As we will pipe in the game audio now. As the Raiders, first play of the game.
Fullback, and of course, you got the threat of
what's up, Tyler?
Second down and 6.
And second down goes to Josh Jacobs. All right, guys, sorry about the technical issues, but yeah, we are in on Josh Jacobs and Davante Adams getting 2 touchdowns combined. Refresh my game. That's probably a good point.
He's able to handle that instead of a double team.
All right, so we got a 3rd and 5.
Amir Abdullah is the third down.
Davante Adams goes in motion left to right. Let me know if we're pretty close. He just said, oh my Davante. So Derek Carr is going to go deep to Davante Adams. Holy Nikes. What a snag. Shea Flat says update. MJ Girls lead Riverdale 38-12. He felt good about that matchup. He felt good about that matchup. Well, that's a good start for this other bet. I put a 50 burner on Devontae Adams
32-yard gain.
to have more than 89 yards.
Create the matchup. They bring him over to set up Adams against Jalen Ramsey. No safety help behind.
So that's off to a great start.
That's the way to start the game for Devontae Adams. One-on-one against Jalen Ramsey.
What's up, Tyler? Appreciate you. Another Coach Plays moderator. We'll get the game cast up here in just a minute. Little counter action to Josh Jacobs. He'll pick up a gain of a couple. What's up, Angie?
Ramsey, of course, has been one of the best corners in the league for years, but this year he's been torched for 7 touchdowns.
Wait a minute, is Shea really at the game? He decided to go to the game because I think Austin P. coach is there, Hallen. If he went to the game, that means that he went there. Unless he's watching the feed, but I doubt that.
Free agent that came over from Chicago, played his college days at Notre Dame.
Yeah, John Simpson will come in and take his place. That offensive line was coming together, and now McDaniels will come out to take a first-hand look.
All right, so I'm going to have to turn this down real quick. As they go to a commercial break, I'm going to get this game cast up for you guys. It should get ready momentarily. Coach Hallen says, "Bear pride. Let's go, P." Connect your chat on the screen. Is it not up to date? Let's see here. Small out. Nope. Okay, so let's do that while we're on commercial break. We got 11 people in the house. 4 likes, guys. Smash those thumbs out. Thumbs up. I said thumbs out because I'm popping out the chat now. Doing a lot of OBS 101. Where are we at here? Hopefully this updates it. Yikes. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to update it. Oh, come on. Why is this not working? All right. Oh, yeah, Shea Flat, Hall of Fame member. We'll get that here in just a second. He's probably already dipped out of the chat anyways. Ah, come on. Why is the chat? All right, let's do this. Let's go remove. See if we can get this. There we go. So you are seeing some OBS stuff. That dang disconnection we had is what cost it. Alright, that looks good. Now let's put it down here. And we're money. Money, dude. And we're back to the game.
Max Hollins. He couldn't
so Shea Flat did pop in the chat. It's been a minute. Oh, I've almost forgot. Hall of Fame member.
Indianapolis, they're upset. He's 2-7. He let pretty much 9 years of frustration come out of that press conference. But in a way, it helped to, raise the spirits of the team, at least get them to really maybe concentrate more, go to work, and they picked up a couple of overtime wins and then last week beat the Chargers.
Now I gotta change this. 3rd and 9. Quick little throw out to their back. Boy, a lot of space there. And he picks up the first down with ease.
Bobby Wagner, the longtime Seahawk, makes the tackle. First down.
Well, you see Kobe Durant right here. He recognizes it and rolls the dice a little bit, trying to beat those blocks, getting to him. Gets in there, but once he's being aggressive like that, he takes himself out of position, and now you've got some room to run.
All right, so the Raiders off to a good start in this drive.
Quick call to protect the quarterback there to get the ball out, and they get the
Like to
first.
get another catch there to Devontae Adams, but regardless, let's see a Josh Jacobs or a Devontae Adams score. I don't like all these other running backs. What are we doing? Let's get Josh Jacobs going. Flag on the field.
Referee tonight is Brad Rogers. After further consultation,
illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 9.
So that's going to be on the defense. So far, not a good drive for the LA Rams.
Man, he's on the offense's left side over the left guard. You see him get up into the face of the rookie Parham.
Get right in the
Hands around
neck.
the neck.
Boy, just choking him out.
now they go full.
So you get a tight end. So you get a wing. Now he motions over to the left, an I formation.
Leading the way to the outside and not able to turn the corner that time.
That was Jacobs just for a gain of 1.
So Jacobs, you know, it's funny because he's been listed on the injury report the last couple of weeks with a calf and a quad. God forbid he should be healthy, right? I mean, what he's done over the past 3 weeks is tremendous.
He's been able to battle through quite a bit of adversity throughout his life, and I think he really appreciates the game. And
all right, so
this year,
2nd and 8.
His 5th year of his rookie contract. There was just a new edge about him this year.
Ball is right there at about the 16 and a half
to have a monster year and to be in a
of
good spot
LA.
next year
Get a
with
trip
new
set to the
contract.
right.
And rushing leads in scrimmage yards by a mile.
Derek Carr flushed out to the right.
Rolling.
He's going to tuck it and run, and he'll get a
Taken out of
pickup
bounds.
gain of about 4.
Floyd chased him out at that spot.
All right,
making
come
it
on.
3rd down and
Let's find
4 on
Devontae
the
Adams
opening drive for Las Vegas.
or Josh
Good
Jacobs
job
in
there
the end
by
zone
Carr.
here.
Plenty of athletic ability
I also
just to
think
be able
I
to give you
have
some
on my
positive
parlay
yards. You
that
can play man coverage against
10
him,
buck
and
parlay wins
Raheem
100. I
Morris
think I
will,
got
of course, once they get into the red
Josh
zone
Jacobs
area,
as an anytime
he'll get
scorer.
a
I
little
do.
bit tighter with the coverage and good recognition there by Derek Carr. I think he saw that pre-snap and knew that he could pick up some positive yards. Got Adams at the bottom
This
against
so
Rams.
far is the
There they
10th
go.
play of the drive. Pitches it out. Josh Jacobs got a lot of grass. 10, 5, and he will get pushed out of bounds at the 8. Come on, man. Don't overthink this. Give it right back to him.
First and goal.
Give it right back to him.
So you see the man-to-man down here, so you just run
I think
them
they're
off,
faking
and now you
wide
gotta
zone
beat
to the right and then
300-pound
just
outside
pitched it out to the
linebacker,
left. Let's see
Michael
here.
Hoyt. Just a quick flip,
Nah, they
get to the outside, see the man-to-man
faked power
coverage.
to the
There's
right and then
nobody
pitched out to the
there
left.
Take care of the edge.
Little
Great
sucker
call
action.
there by Josh McDaniels to get to the edge. Because of the injuries to some of these outside linebackers, they release Justin Hollins. Hoyt has moved from defensive tackle to outside linebacker, playing well, but no chance there.
I formation, heavy package.
The drive.
Handoff Jacobs, and he is just short of the goal line.
Goes Jacobs. So it's an interesting
We don't
drive
need them
in
to
the sense
overthink this.
11
Just give it to
plays,
Jacobs
8 of them
again.
on the ground, just 3 passes.
Don't overthink it.
I think part of that is Raheem Morris trying to figure out how Josh McDaniels, because he can do it both through.
Looks
the
like
air
they
and
are
with
still
the
staying a heavy
physicality
package.
and that two-back look. I think they wanted to start by
Don't
trying
you
to
dare
stop the
boot
run,
out of
and
this and
open
throw it to a
drive,
tight end
Josh
or a
McDaniels
fullback.
is a
Just
bunch of
hand
guys
it
really
off.
excited about.
Yeah, the big
Tight
play,
end
of course,
fake
was a
motions.
32-yard pass.
Handoff Jacobs. Jacobs is in. Touchdown.
For the touchdown.
So there's one touchdown for a boost bet. And there's my anytime touchdown in my parlay.
Rushing, carries the ball 7 times.
What's up,
on this
Angie?
drive. And a little bit more than 5.5 into the game, the Raiders have the lead.
Yeah, they bring the rookie out of Ohio State there, Munford, in as an extra tackle, kind of as a tight end role, and they go heavy, that jumbo look, and get behind Illuminor.
I mean, I don't really have a dog in the hunt. Only biggest thing I've got, Tyler, I've got multiple bets on this game, and they're all including the Raiders. So you're definitely going to be hearing me root for Devontae Adams
And it is 7-0.
and them. So
that long drive, 7.
So that will get us to a commercial break. I believe the Raiders opened up with like a 12 or 13 play drive and marched it all the way down and put up 7 points early. I'm going to have to fix my scoreboard now. Boy, everything conked out on me. So let's see if I can get this fixed. Hold on, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. Pizza just got here.
Really have to pick it
Illegal
up.
formation. Kicking team number 34. 5-yard penalty. First down. LA Rams.
No, stop.
There's the offensive line. It's the first time all season
Right,
they've
so I
had the
gotta
same
change.
5 up front.
14 different combinations.
Unreal.
I mean, it's
Right.
just one of those years.
So Wolford
You think
starting
you've seen
for
it
the
all.
Rams.
You see
I'm
what
really
Sean
hoping we get to
McVay
see.
and this offense is faced.
So Wolford
Who am
gets the
I
start,
trying to say here?
fighting through a neck issue. Cam Akers is the running back.
Baker.
He had a couple of
Baker
touchdowns
Mayfield. I'm
last
really
week.
hoping at some
Good
point we
run
get to see
here.
Baker
Things
Mayfield.
started.
Cam Akers with a good hard run there to get a gain of 10 and a first down.
And a good beginning for Akers, who's had an up and down season. A guy who actually at one point during the middle of the year wanted to be traded. They couldn't find a trade partner, and then they talked to him, and he settled down and brought him back.
Yeah, it was around week 5. He was public with it, and in fact, the Rams countered with, "Hey, we got to move him," and basically sat him for a couple weeks. They talked it out, worked it out, moved Darrell Henderson out, and now he's the guy. He's the guy that's got to make the plays.
Motions left to right, little inside zone, and Akers will not get it. So he actually did not get the first down. They gave him 9 on the last play. He gets a loss of 1 here, so we're going to have like a 3rd and 2.
Former Charger makes the stop, and it's 3rd down.
Tillery has been a great addition over the last few weeks, coming over after he got released by the Chargers. Look at that extension, able to get off of that block, throw Shelton into the backfield, and come up with a loss.
Is this thing really not updating
And
again?
a great
Or no,
addition to
I'm
go
way
along
down
with
here.
the edge
Jeez.
of Chandler Jones and Max Crosby off those edges.
Rookie Tyron Williams, 5th-round pick out of Notre Dame, is now the runner.
And hands off jet sweep, and that is well defended. He almost fumbled.
That worked very well last week.
And
not this time. Max
a quick
Crosby,
3 and out
Pro Bowl time
for the LA Rams.
Sniffs it out. So they come up a half-yard shy on first down and then have to punt.
This is called doing
So
your
trying to
homework
hand off
right
a
here.
jet sweep to Atwell.
Max Crosby's watched the film that we all watched and saw the jet sweep all game against Seattle and how effective it was. Right
They
away
don't
sees
even worry
Atwell
about
on 3rd
blocking
and
the
short.
end. They
He's in
hope that the
charge of taking
speed
him
can
out
beat them.
in case they hand the
But
football
it did
off.
not.
So great job. Crosby, known as a pass rusher, has really improved against the run.
In addition to sacks, that's 18
So,
tackles for loss.
They have to punt the football away.
Meanwhile,
He will
Dixon
hit at the 2 and die just inside the end zone.
And so after a very quick 3 and out,
So that will get us to another commercial break. The Rams up 7-0 in this one and are already getting this ball back. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and show this box score for you real quick. So, both teams have had a drive. One team had 3 plays. The other team had, I believe, 13. Derek Carr's 2 for 3 for 45 yards passing, a 109 quarterback rating. Josh Jacobs 7 for 21. That's off to a good start. Derek Carr 1 for 3. Zamir White 1 for 1. Receiving, Devontae Adams 1 catch for 32 yards. Amir Abdullah 1 catch for 13. And that pretty well does it for the Raiders. For the Rams, Wolford has not thrown a pass yet. They've handed it off 3 times. Cam Akers 2 for 9. Tutu Atwell 1 for -6. And so that's the way too early box score in this game. The Raiders are going to be able to take back over and have a chance to extend their lead pretty quick here. All right, so we're back.
The attention of a lot of the players, especially the younger players. Remember, you have a first-year head coach. People are trying to understand.
Offset
the direction
fullback,
where things
2
are
tight
going.
ends set.
Your leader shows
As
that kind of
that
passion.
fullback will motion
He
over to the
responded.
left. Little play action. Carr looking to take a shot deep maybe. He'll just check it down for Jacobs, but there is a flag.
makes the catch and takes
And
it
I
for
would
the
have been
moment
happy
up
with
to
that. I have
25
Josh
yard
Jacobs
line.
getting over 20 yards receiving. That would have been a good start.
Got Bobby Wagner there for a hold.
Wagner coming off a great game.
So
against
this
his
looks like it's going to be on the
ex-teammates.
Rams.
10 years in Seattle. Had a pick and 2 sacks last week.
Holding. Defense number 45. 5-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So Seattle let Wagner go. He was surprised.
So
And
5-yard
disappointed.
penalty.
Yeah.
For sure.
The epitome of a pro's pro. He started
take that
4
away
years
from
in
Josh
college
Jacobs.
at
That
Utah
sucks.
State, 11 years now in the NFL, 15 straight years of starting. And as a middle linebacker, for a defense. Nobody sees the game better than number 45 for the Rams. And it was fun to talk to him about going up against his former team last week. He had a lot of energy and a lot of production against the Seahawks.
He kind of said, well, maybe they thought I was too old. I'm on the other side of 30. But
yeah. He said he heard
he proved the other day he wasn't too old.
He said there was some fun trash talk going back and forth, and he said it just lit his fire early in the game.
Hall of Fame type career for him.
Twins left,
No
pro
question
right.
about that from the 25-yard line.
Carr in trouble.
In the pocket,
Checks
under
it
pressure.
down to
Knocked
Devontae
away.
Adams. That
So
got
Ramsey
knocked away by
tries to get
Jalen.
into Adams. And let's check in with Kaylee. What you got?
Well, Al, earlier we saw the Raiders right guard Alex Bars get rolled up on. We're now told he's questionable to return because of a knee. We saw his right knee get taped up.
He
while
sure
was in the
did get
medical
rolled
tent
up on bad,
the
man.
sidelines, but he has since left the field, gone back into the locker room.
Not a
There's
good
John
look for the
Simpson
Raiders.
on the field in his place.
Yeah,
Simpson,
Simpson.
yeah, he hadn't played an offensive snap since week 2.
Simpson, a third-year.
Wagner, Hall of Famer, Tyler says absolutely.
Fourth round, couple of years
Probably
back.
first ballot.
Second down and 10 now from the 25-yard line.
Hands off, the
And on
jet
the
sweep.
end around, here comes Mac Hollins.
Hollins.
Big gainer there, gain
And
of
that's a big
17
gain
yards
and a
from
first
Mac
down.
Hollins, who at the moment,
So a little end around action for the Raiders
Waller
there.
out at tight end, he'd be their number 2 receiver.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
going to
and
be a
again,
first
these
ballot Hall of
edges are a
Famer.
big
He's
concern.
had himself a
You'll see
great
Hoyt
career,
up
and
on
it
the-
helps
up on
him
the
that
edge here.
he's won the
He's
Super
a
Bowl
300-pound defensive tackle
with-
because of injuries, has had to move to the edge. They
with
don't even
the
have to block
Rams.
him. Morrow
That
goes
helps
right
him.
around him
That
because
he's
he
won the big
collapses
game.
down. A guy that's learning a new position loses the edge of the defense, and the end round, there's nobody there, so easy for first down yardage.
KJ Wright, is that the Rams quarterback?
Fullback helping
Is that one of their other
Jalen
quarterbacks?
Jacobs
If it is,
to the
I have no clue.
45-yard line on
No
his
clue. I saw he played one game, and
carry of the
then
game.
I guess he's hurt.
Hardy making the tackle.
I love that you're talking about Mac Hollins because really he's been a special teams guy throughout his career and had a good career. in
Seahawks
college at
other
North
linebacker.
Carolina,
Oh, yeah.
But this is his first
thought that
real
name sounded familiar. I don't know.
Coming over from Miami to get a chance.
Going to turn that down just due to copyright music.
Over the Patriots back in Minneapolis.
So 2nd and 7 for the Raiders. They go with a 2-back set. Carr looking left. Now back to the right. Double clutches. Fires. And that one's connected to Hollins to the 40. And that's a first down Raiders. And they are back in Rams territory.
That is a heck of a job with this offensive line, the area that they feel that they've grown the most, even with the injuries. See that Simpson.
Just a reminder, no Aaron Donald tonight for the Rams, so they are depleted, that's for sure.
Hollins just sits in a soft spot of the zone. There's a lot of voids behind the linebackers in front of the safeties.
Carr to start the night, 3 of 5 for 60 yards.
They're able to capitalize on it here early.
Well, Raiders to this point, this is their 17th play. The Rams have run 3.
Handoff Jacobs. He
Again,
finds a
the
little
workhorse.
bit, and he'll pick up about
For a gain of
4.
About 4. Interesting thing, they didn't pick up his 5th-year option. We're talking about Jacobs. So what happens? Can you make a long-term deal with him? Do you franchise tag him? It'll be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be one of the two things I envision happening. But he bets on himself, and he has a chance to really have this big year. It's great to see. What a great young man as far as his approach coming out of Alabama. Had to wait his turn there like a lot of backs do, and just plays with incredible intensity.
Tight end going to motion right to left. They have an offset fullback as well, so a 2 tight end set.
2nd and 6.
Under center, 5-step drop. Checks it down to the fullback, and that is well defended by Scott.
Johnson makes the catch.
And that's just a gain of 1. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Jacobs told me he saw other people panicking when the Raiders
What's
didn't
up,
get the
James
5th-year
Bailey?
option, but like her
Appreciate you joining the Coach Plays. Says hello, the Coach Plays. James Bailey catfishing. James Bailey, are you subscribed to Catfish Terry?
everything he needs to on and off the field to make that a reality, guys.
And we'll see what happens. It'll be very interesting. For the moment, he's out here on 3rd down with
And
Abdullah in as the 3rd down back. And
looks
the
like
Raiders
we're getting a
will take
timeout
with
by the
3:06
Raiders. That's probably going to give us a stop of
remaining in the
play.
opening quarter. So it's hard to tell what the crowd is right now. I think mainly Raiders a little bit, but
James Bailey says, "Let's go Raiders." That's my team since 1990. Yes, Catfish Terry and Carver. Awesome, James Bailey. I was wondering just because you had Catfish in your name. So I appreciate you hopping over here. She said Raiders is my team since 1990. That's awesome. Raiders off to a good start in this one.
I said, what do you think? 50-50, 60-40?
Off to a good start in this one.
Coming into tonight. I think the Rams thought they might have to use silent count tonight as a home.
They have themselves in a 3rd and 5. A lot of Raiders fans in Rams Stadium tonight.
He's been a Raiders fan forever.
Oh, yeah. When the Raiders played here,
so twins to the right, kind of like a pro wing to the left.
During that span, 13 years at
Devontae Adams will short motion, and they hand off a little draw to Josh Jacobs. Nothing there. Do they call that because they're going to go for it on 4th, or are they just okay with the field goal attempt? And it looks like they will bring out the field goal unit.
So 3rd down and
what's up, Joseph? Appreciate you joining.
You show the threat of blitz, and that's all they're doing. Even if you throw, you got both these backers led by Bobby Wagner. Eyes on the ball. They see the handoff, and of course, because everybody's walked up, those linemen are occupied, and Bobby Wagner's instinct.
So a 52-yard field goal attempt for Carlson. Left hash.
52-yard attempt.
Snap, set. Kick is on its way, and that one is good. Jalen Ramsey hopping over the line, had a chance at that block, but could not quite get it. And so the Raiders are off to a good start. Up 10-0 in this one. What's up, Cherish? Says, let's go Lions. A Lions fan in the house. Cherish Cross, welcome to the Coach Plays. Big Lions fan. That's awesome. Lions are showing some signs of life. They're showing some signs of some positivity, some good things coming to the future. That I like seeing the Lions have some success. So we are on a commercial break. 10-0 is the start for the Las Vegas Raiders against this LA Rams team. Joseph says, same exact shirt. You like this shirt, Joseph? You got one? I actually bought this in Disney last year when I went. I've always liked Pizza Planet, big Toy Story guy. All right, so we're back.
At Seattle, looking to SoFi Stadium, 3rd year that the house that Stan Kroenke built for about $5 billion has been open. Raiders on top, 10-0, and the kick is returnable from the 11-yard line by Brandon Powell. Nice run back.
And good little return here for the Rams. They need a positive drive to put something together here.
Well. Baker Mayfield, a little bit more than 48 hours ago, he's in Carolina, gets a flight out of Charlotte, lands here around 9 o'clock, goes to the facility, put him at a hotel that night, goes to practice yesterday, and here he is.
How is he calling the play when he's been here for a day and a half? And he's not just saying a couple words there. His time with Kevin Stefanski at Cleveland helps as far as rolling over to Sean McVay.
All right, so 1st and 10. Warford in at quarterback. No Baker Mayfield at this moment.
And Mayfield's first play.
No, that is Baker. That is Baker Mayfield.
To the 45-yard line.
And he hits Van Jefferson. Baker Mayfield checking in this game. That's awesome. I was hoping to see him. And that's a good little throw there for his first play. Carver family is checked in the house. Team member. Appreciate you, Carver family.
Boy, he throws in rhythm.
Baker Mayfield, first drive, first play, hits Van Jefferson on a deep curl route.
The operation, the execution, the rhythm. It's fascinating.
Pretty good debut, 21
Baker Mayfield needs to kind of resurrect his career a little bit. He keeps it, he runs, and he slides down for a gain of about 5.
Around the 39-yard line. It's, you know, I think in Carolina, he started a few games earlier this season, lost the job, and they told him the other day, you're going to be the number 3 quarterback, and you're going to be basically inactive. So he wanted to get, in effect, released, put on waivers, and the Rams were the only team that actually put a claim in for him.
So are they going to go every other drive? Is this the way I'm feeling? Because Warford went first and just handed it off 3 times.
Final minute of the quarter.
Handoff, and Akers will get a gain of about 2.
Get stopped there for a minimal gain.
Sean McVay as a play caller is a guy that doesn't
get about one more play in this quarter.
Play sheet very often. He knows the play sheet. He's memorized it. He knows it inside and out, and it's a feel. He calls the game off of a feel. Tonight, with Baker Mayfield in the game, you got a wristband. Sean McVay is communicating. He's making sure they're on the same page, having a look down to
no worries, Angie. Appreciate you being here.
Baker goes into the huddle and reads the play. Because
Baker Mayfield has trips right. Van Jefferson, single receiver to the left. He's going to take a shot deep, and Atwell, and that's incomplete. They'll bring up a 4th and 2. That's well defended by Hobbs. Oh, and they're going to throw the late flag. This is going to be pass interference.
And the Raiders are moving back. And Hobbs, who was just activated the other day, he'd been hurt. Get the call here from Brad Rogers in a second, but the Rams are already
they saying face guarding?
The red zone.
No foul.
Now what? So there's no foul after all that. Both teams had gone inside the 25. McVay says, what's that all about?
I
so they pick up the flag.
You had both. You had the receiver and Hobbs both kind of pushing.
So 4th and 2, I believe the Rams go for this.
Sometimes when you don't get your head turned till late, they'll call a penalty. Maybe that's what initially brought the flag, but he looked like he was in phase running with him stride for stride.
Well, here's an interesting choice right now because you're at the 37. Do you go for it with a guy who just got here 20 minutes ago?
No, it looks like they're going to kick the field goal.
Come in and attempt a long field goal that was spotted at the 45. So a 55-yard attempt for Matt Gay.
Catfish Terry in the house. What's up, Catfish Terry? Snap, set, kick is on its way, and that kick is good. Drilled it from 61 yards out. So the Rams are able to fire back as Baker Mayfield gets them into field position there. They'll take a 30-second break. Rams now on the board in this win as they find themselves down 10-3. I was hoping to see Baker Mayfield in this game, so that's good. That's going to give us something to watch for with LA. I honestly would love to see Baker Mayfield be able to get his career back going. I think there's still a lot there. Definitely did not look good for him in Carolina, but I thought there was a lot of positives to his play in Cleveland.
Sent him the playbook, which he read on that cross-country flight. Got to know enough of it to
Catfish Theory says, not tonight, though.
On that drive for a while.
Not. I want to see him do good tonight. Just us still win our bets.
He just said, first of all, it's unprecedented.
Devontae Adams
I think
off to a
Cam
good
Newton
start.
came back
Josh
to
Jacobs
Carolina,
off to a
had
pretty good
some
start,
time
even though
to
he's
get
already
ready
got 10 carries.
to be able to
Wow.
play on short notice. This is a Thursday night game. Guy flew in Tuesday night into L.A. They didn't even practice yesterday. I asked him on the field before the game, Bake, how many throws did you get? And he said about 20 yesterday with these guys.
Meanwhile, a very short kick. Picked up at the 16
Fielded about 20 at the 15, and he gets through and will get just past the 30.
Abdullah. And that's the end of the first quarter with the score.
So that ends the third quarter, or the first quarter. Third, jeez. Raiders 10, Rams 3. Like I say, he's just on a commercial break into the first quarter. Raiders up 10-3. Raiders getting the ball next as the Rams just put up a field goal to pull this lead within 7. Coming back from commercial break.
He's got a few Super Bowl rings.
All right, so here we go. Tight end, double tight end set.
With New England.
Carr fires to the right, hits Hollins again for a gain of about 4, and that's a first down after the 2nd and 6.
Right now. Hollins with 1 rush and a couple of grabs in the first.
All right, come
down.
on. Let's get Devontae Adams going.
Carr being able to work through these progressions. Offensive line, for the most part, doing a nice job.
So
of
first
taking
down.
care of him. Looks left. Plenty of time. Simpson, who is in for bars, holding up and just trying to find those soft spots in his own. It's Very different against this Rams defense without 99 in the middle.
Yeah. One thing the Rams are pretty good at, though, is stopping the run. Fourth in the league coming in.
And they run a little draw action to Jacobs. Jacobs will get through, and he'll pick up a gain of about 7 to 8. But there is a flag. Come on now.
At the 46.
Use of hands to the face. Defense
That's
number
on defense
93.
again.
Second time.
5-yard penalty. First down.
Copeland twice.
It's second time that Copeland, the second-year man out of Cincinnati, gets his hands up on the left guard. Dylan Parham, you see again, just right up
Jeez.
on the neck.
Just still
It's
choking
exact
that guy
same
out.
technique that he used the first time that he got called for.
And keeps it there, too.
He's not changing. Just to make sure everybody sees it.
Yeah, pretty easy to call.
What a balanced attack. You know, this offense, this two-back look, really, if you're gonna give them numbers, they're gonna run the football. Now this is the innovation still that Josh McDaniels can do. He's not just gonna sit in that 21 personnel look. Now he goes to more of what you see every week with the 3 receivers.
Tight ends on a wing set, twins left, so kind of like a pro right.
Play clock at 1.
And they run a little power to the right. Jacobs will cut up and get a gain of about 4.
Again. You know, you think about this, Kirk. If the Raiders win tonight, and they're favored, they'd be 6-7.
Yeah.
Last year, after 13 games, they were 6-7
Right.
and made the playoffs.
Absolutely. And I think that even though you have a new head coach or enough players that experienced that last year, that there's some energy. There's a real belief and confidence that this team, if they can get a win tonight, you look at the rest of their schedule, they're confident they can do it again.
Moves Keenan Cole into the slot. 2nd and 5.
And they run a little reverse here to Hollins. Hollins got a lot of room, 40, 30, and will be brought down at the 25. Hollins has had a couple really nice, successful plays here early in this game on a couple end arounds. They handed that one off to Josh Jacobs on a little draw, but then got Hollins on an end around reverse. And nice little block there by Derek Carr.
And it's the second time we've seen Hollins be able to get outside of him, and like I said, even the guys that are out in front.
And so the Raiders right back into LA Rams territory.
Out of the play.
Gain of 17.
11 first downs for the Raiders, just 1 for the Rams. Time of possessions 13:51 to 4:26. Devontae Adams motions right to left, back to right. Carr flushed out, looking, fires, and that is connected to Cole Sr. close to a first down. We got to get going to Devontae Adams.
First catch of the night.
In defense of Raheem Morris, you know, Terrell Lewis at that position has been injured most of his career and is not available tonight. They waived Justin Hollins. It's been everything that could go wrong on the outside opposite of Leonard Floyd has. So they just kind of, just a chance of trying to mix in another player. They moved Hoyt in there, and he played well. Came up, by the way, 2 sacks.
Twins left. Hollins.
But as
The pro set to the right. Hollins is the single receiver.
He's not equipped to be able to take care of that edge against that speed.
And hands off a little jet sweep. Cut up. It's a gain of about 6. So just positive play after positive play every single time right now for the Raiders, as there's not a whole lot of resistance going on from this Rams defense. Like, say, no Aaron Donald tonight. That's hurting him.
Speed out on the edge with that jet sweep. Continue to work the edges.
JT coming in hot with the $4.99 super chat. Sound the horn. Big shout out to you, JT. Thank you very much.
You like that? Second and 4. That man again. This time Cole has a flag.
That's what I call a high quality duo. JT says, hey everyone. Coach House says, JT. What's up, Spencer? Appreciate you being here. Big shout out to you, JT. Hope you're doing well. Hope you and Trox had a great Thanksgiving.
There was penetration by Greg Gaines, and he just ends up having to hold on to him. Gaines able to shoot.
Still in you, popping in the house, team member. And JT is also a team member as well.
He's a rookie out of Tennessee, 270
What's up, still in you?
I'm sure the biggest message of Raheem
So
Morris
3rd and 9 for the Raiders.
care of the edge. We cannot let them continue to get outside of us.
Rams, of course, declined that penalty. Take the down here. That was a 5-yard
We did,
loss.
JT. Appreciate you very much.
So that makes it 3rd down and 9 at the 13-yard line.
See how they defend Adams here. He has the one catch, the one-handed catch. He's up top, one-on-one.
So
there
10-3.
against Jalen Ramsey.
3rd and 9 for the Raiders in the red zone. Devontae Adams is the lone receiver to the left. Quick throw to the right, and he dropped it. And the Rams are falling on it, but that's going to be a forward pass. And that's going to bring out the field goal unit once again.
And it's 4th down.
I know it's Jalen Ramsey over there, but we got to get some balls thrown to Devontae Adams.
Like you said, they're looking at that safety, Taylor Rapp, who's over there helping, so they go back the other way. No laces. You see that so often when these quick throws. And again, Turner never had possession of that football.
And start checking it down a few to Josh Jacobs.
To the Raiders.
And a chip shot field goal.
31-yard field goal attempt from the left hash.
Carlson.
Snap save. That kick is on its way, and that kick is easily through the uprights.
And with 9.
So the Raiders will get those 3 points back and stretch their lead back to 10. So the question is it Baker Mayfield or is it Warford comes out on this next drive? Spencer says Christmas coming, but not for the Rams. They are hoping for a little bit of Christmas magic with a Baker Mayfield addition. You never know, maybe Baker Mayfield being the quarterback of the future there. We'll have to wait and see. All right, so it looks like we're coming back from commercial break.
Gets the award and he wins the Super Bowl that day. It doesn't get any better than that.
What a way to head off into the sunset for Big Win.
Yep. Raiders on top by 10. And again, a short kick, 5-yard line. Brandon Powell.
Powell gets a little bit of a crease there, but chopped down quick right after that.
After he was down at the 22-yard line. So what's it like to make a play call?
Oh, appreciate that, Spitzer. I needed a. That's good to know.
Here you go, Lens.
Got a little bit of football to watch.
Lander, Z Strong, X Revo, Z Lockback, Cannon with 2 Jet, X Monday, Astro, Reed, Alert Money, Deacon, Flow, F Panama on the Omaha Ready Break.
So that's John Wolford, and he's in his car and he plays that back so he can learn all of the play calls. And this is, well, Mayfield doesn't have to deal with all of that, but.
So it looks like Baker Mayfield starts this drive.
Baker Mayfield's second drive starts.
Handoff Cam Akers, and Akers finds a good gain of about 6.
By the time he got the play call out, you'd have laryngitis, wouldn't you?
I think for fans at home to understand, it's 36 to 48 hours he's had to try to understand and digest his playbook. He said to you and I on the field before the game, good thing I got a good memory. And Liam Cohen, his offensive coordinator, told me today that this guy's it's crazy, the notes that he takes, the highlighters out. It's just unprecedented, the preparation that he's put in to put himself in a position. There's the sheet right there on his wrist. I mean, it's fascinating he's out there.
You need Ted Williams ice.
Another handoff again, Cam Akers, and needed 4. He's going to be right at it. Might be just short, though.
Down.
And the execution of it, Liam says, is, again, Sean, who's used to moving fast with Matthew Stafford, now he's got to look at his play sheet, and he's got till 15 seconds on the play clock to be able to communicate and tell him things, give him the call, maybe potentially give him the read, everything that he can to help him. And then Baker will just look at his wristband and read the play number that he calls. But still, to do that in 2 days, I've never seen anything
So
like
3rd and inches, another handoff. Cam Akers, and his feet will keep driving. He'll pick up a big first down there. They had initial contact that might could have stopped him, but Cam Akers keeps his leverage and does not quit.
With the neck injury, Stafford's probably done for the season. Perkins is the other guy. But they get 11 days off now until their next game, the Monday Nighter in Green Bay.
Yeah, and of course you still have Matthew Stafford here. I think if nothing else, you have an opportunity, if you're Baker Mayfield, to show the rest of the league and the rest of this season what you're all about.
Little boot fake here. Mayfield fires, and he's got Atwell on a deep little out route, and that is good for a first down. So Baker Mayfield now 2 for 2.
At the 42-yard line.
2 for 3 on the night, 43 yards.
This is really just about him having an opportunity. This is the look that they showed us a lot last week.
So they go with a little play action fake and a deep little dagger route across the field.
That's Tutu Atwell with the injuries to receiver. Atwell
and a good timing ball thrown there by Baker Mayfield.
Starts 2 for 3, does Baker Mayfield with 43 yards. That was good for a gain of 22.
And Baker Mayfield screwed that play up, and that's going to be sacked for a loss of 2. He went for a handoff, and running back was going the other way, so that's a tough break there for Baker Mayfield, and that's something to do. Like, Baker Mayfield just got here 2 days ago.
Hand it off or fake it to the left. Instead, he's expecting Akers to the right, and obviously all he can do is eat it.
Let's see what the official score does. He can rule that a tackle for loss.
Gotcha.
Either way, he leads the league in what they call TFLs. No sack, it's a tackle for loss.
Well, then that helps him in tackles for all. Now he's got 18 tackles for loss.
They call that a run.
Little pitch to the right. Akers cuts. Going to have to try to cut back, and nothing there. This is going to bring up a 3rd and 12. Not where you want to have a Baker Mayfield at.
The tackle, 3rd down and long.
I mean, I'm all for it. I love Tutu Atwell and what he's trying to do. And here's
Tyler says Raiders for the win.
Look at him and his size.
All right, Angie, we'll see you in a little bit.
Trying to block or tackle Max Crosby, and Crosby still is able to hold that edge. You can see him. He's trying to get him off him. He's holding him. But the best thing he did is he forced him back to the inside, to the teeth of that defense.
So 3rd and 13, just under 6 minutes left to go in the half. And I think the Rams
5'8" and 181
are going to call a timeout.
So 3rd and 13, and timeout is taken.
So you go back to that 1st and 10 play where they had the busted play. Now they're set back.
Back in 30 seconds.
Turn that down just for copyright. And there it is. Look at that. JT, a member for 8 months. Appreciate your support, JT. Troxel not live tonight. I was just looking for him. All right, so here we go.
Of course, the crowd now very vociferous.
So like I say, 3rd and
Tons of
13
fans, lots of noise. After the timeout, 3rd down and
for the Rams,
13.
just across midfield. Baker Mayfield, 5-step drop, fires down the middle of the field, and that is connected.
24-yard line is Ben Skoranek.
Skoranek across the middle of the field, and Baker Mayfield stood right up in the pocket, delivered a great throw, and he's got the Rams going in the right direction.
You need the chance to be able to step up. They give him just enough time. And
Oh, okay, yeah, definitely got to take care of himself. Man, hope y'all get feeling better. Hope it's nothing too serious. Yeah, there's a whole lot of sickness going around in the school systems, man. It's just always around. Got Trips bunch. Skoranek motions to the right. Handoff, Cam Akers. He fumbled. Oh, no. That would be a horrific turn of events for the Rams.
Opposition always thinks they have it.
Mayfield has them going in the right direction, and then Cam Akers just blatantly fumbled that
It's up
football.
to one of the zebras to tell us.
Raiders think they have it, and they do.
Raiders. Chandler Jones
Yeah, for sure, Spencer.
was able to
You're not
rip
wrong.
it out. Oh, boy.
And Sean McVay is not happy at all. Chandler Jones with one hell of a punch. Just punched that ball right out. And what was looking very promising for the LA Raiders, or the Las Vegas Raiders. No, not Raiders. Jeez, I can't think right now. What was looking promising for the LA Rams, they end up turning it over deep into the Raiders' territory, and now Raiders will take over. So he's dealing with like a neck issue, and I don't think it's season ending, but from what everybody is saying is that he's going to take the rest of the year off. I would say that if they were performing well and having a good year, that you would see a Stafford come back, but because they're not, I think he's done. Yeah, it sure is, doing you. You ain't wrong about that. Spencer says Baker is rusty. I don't see rust, Spencer. Baker Mayfield right now 3 for 4 for 65 yards. Not seeing any rusty. If I'm seeing anything, it's, on the missed handoff. He's been with this team for 2 days. Tyler says Baker is garbage. I would have to disagree. Me and Tyler, we normally agree on a lot of things. I tend to disagree. I think garbage is a strong term. I thought he had some really positive moments in Cleveland. It did not look well in Carolina, but let's be honest, they've went through multiple quarterbacks this year, and none of them have been able to look well in Carolina. I think Baker Mayfield has a skill set that is good enough in the NFL. I think he's got moxie. I think he's got a sort of confidence that makes him a dangerous player. It's just he has to be in the right system, and he's got to limit the turnovers, and he would have a chance. I think he really needs this situation to work out for him in LA. It's not a bad organization to go to. Dudley, what are you doing? Hey, you can't be doing this, okay? Alright. So it looks like we're back. If I can hit this.
34 for Chandler Jones, who had 3 sacks last week after having a half a sack all season long going to the Charger game.
Handoff. Josh Jacobs breaking some tackles and pick up a gain of 8.
7 for Josh Jacobs. Back to the fumble.
Josh Jacobs already 15 carries on the night.
I mean, this is exactly the way you rep it in practice. He punches it out. But watch him. Follow him to the ball, because Akers has it, it looks like right there. But 55 at the bottom of that pile, as a lot of bodies came in there. Look who came out with a football.
Part man, part bloodhound.
that was a battle to get to that.
Yeah. Sean trying to
Offset fullback, handoff, Jacobs, and Jacobs needed 2. We'll pick up about 3.
So Jacobs tonight in the first half has already carried it 16
Courtney says
times.
blah, blah, blah. What's up, Courtney?
Talking to Josh McDaniels
Raiders will
yesterday
mess
about
this up
offense and
in the
balance.
fourth
And a big
quarter,
play
like
by Adams,
always.
who, by the way, has been quiet.
It would be a bad mess up. They need this win in a hard way. Yeah, it's not a win in the AFC, but they need to get to 6 and 7, keep themselves in a contention for a playoff.
We feel good about on the offensive line. We want to
They've got a sneaky team, and they've got a favorable schedule going down the stretch.
Over the course of the entire game, you're rewarded.
Yeah, I would agree with that, Spencer. He's got a chance there. Checks it down. That is to Josh Jacobs, and Jacobs will pick up a gain of 8. That's what I need to see. I need Josh Jacobs to get over 20 yards receiving. But I need Devontae Adams get involved. Hit on the first play, and since then, nothing.
I think a lot of people just see him and
I've got a big bet for him to go over 89 yards. He had 32 on the first play.
6 different play calls. So it's taken a little bit of
Since
time
then,
for him to
nothing.
get
I don't
the
even think he's
rhythm
got a
and
target
what they're
his
trying to
way. Come
accomplish.
on.
And it just feels like
What are we
these
doing?
last 4 or 5 weeks, they really have found
Don't
who they
sleep
want
on
to
me,
be.
Carr.
He should compare
Handoff,
Baker
Jacobs.
Mayfield.
Reverses field, gets a stiff, gets to the 40, lowers shoulder. Then we'll push forward for a gain to about the 43, 44.
Derek Carr, silver and black facts.
Turn this down just due to music.
Starts since what you saw, I think it was 1990. So here's a guy who, he has to come out and, score 28, 30 points normally. Taken down to the 2-minute warning. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So, and now a special
Derek
look
Carr
at
and Wagner
Avatar, the way of
talking.
water.
Wagner
Only
was
in
showing
theaters
like a
on
blitz. He
December
said
the
45 alert, and Wagner was right in his face saying, no, sir, no, sir. Still in you says, I like the Raiders. They have great players for many years, but they don't make it happen. Yep. Unfortunately, the year they made it happen, they beat the Tennessee Titans in the AFC Championship game. That sucked. No, they lost that Super Bowl. They lost to the Buccaneers. That's right. Rich Gannon against Brad Johnson, and the Buccaneers won that Super Bowl. So we're on a commercial break, as it's 2-minute warning left to go in the first half. I need Devontae Adams to get some more targets. Don't know what's going on there. First play of the game, they go deep shot to Devontae. He makes an incredible one-handed snag for 32 yards, and then they haven't thrown to him since. I need him to have more than 90 yards receiving. Spencer says, hopefully a second half comeback for Baker. Wish him luck. All right, so we're back.
Vegas 13-3. 1st and 10 from their own 43.
Hands off another end around to Hollins, and Hollins another good positive play
Nice block from Jacobs.
on a little end around.
Turns what might have been a 1-yard gain into a little bit more. 7 in fact. 2nd and
Raiders
3.
was light
It's always great to see
suspension
the
class.
NFL's leading rusher show his
They
teammates
send
he's
all the
unselfish.
problematic
We
where they
continue to see
send all the
Hollins get out
problematic
on the
players
edge, and
back in the
26
Yep.
leading the way.
Raiders
Picked
and
up a
Ravens
couple
were
blocks
always
here,
kind of
watching
like
him.
that.
Out in front, he's got Simpson.
Both those
Barnes, look at
franchises
26.
did not mind
It's Bobby
taking
Wagner, tries to get another
people
one.
who dealt with a lot of issues.
2nd and 3.
So 2nd and 3. Handoff, Jacobs, and he goes down
Hollins,
quick,
number
no
again,
gain.
Number 28. No gain there. So
Raiders
that's
going quite slow here. They do have 2 timeouts.
I'll tell you, you got to be happy with Greg Gaines. You know, 4th-year guy. Aaron Donald's out.
And so Raiders do
You
take
would
one of
think
those
it'd be a big
2 remaining
advantage in the
timeouts.
inside, but watch him with this little slant angle move, goes across the center, and now he's able to shoot that gap and get the leverage off the edge of the center, Andre James. So it's one way to slow down Jacobs and his physicality at low center gravity is you shoot a 300-pounder.
All right, come on. Let's get Devontae Adams going. What are we waiting on?
Raiders took the timeout here. Got 1:17 on the clock. Look at the infinity board. Warming the playing field.
3rd and 3.
In the backfield.
Twins on each side. And Carr going to take a shot to Devontae Adams. Did he catch that?
Where is he? They look at each other.
They're going to say catch.
Caught it.
Big first down, man. I hope his feet are in bounds, because if so, he's got 2 catches for 67. Let's see. This is on Jalen Ramsey. He just runs a go route and just burns them. He just burned them, and that is a catch. That is against one of the best DBs in the NFL. All right. So I will take that. He now is up to 2 catches for, I think, 67 yards. Yep.
Their hands are already up. At the very last 1/10 of a second, those hands go up, and Ramsey doesn't have a chance to react to try to strip him away from the football. Beautiful.
Wow.
That was a
Aaron Rodgers could love to have him back.
35 yards. So he's caught 2 tonight, has Adams. 1 for 35 and the other for 32.
And that's the difference in the last 3 weeks. They've been getting the ball downfield with the running game, the threat of Jacobs.
Absolutely stealing you.
What Adams can do downfield.
Absolutely. Nothing steal your joy.
Career, no touchdowns, no picks. So Ramsey, 51 times, 12 targets has been.
Twins on each side.
But not tonight.
13-3, 111. So a lot of time left to play. Carr flushed out to the right. Still looking downfield, will now tuck it, and just really gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe one.
That time by Greg Gaines. Good coverage by the secondary in the end zone. 2nd down and 10.
Great pressure there without having to blitz. Leonard Floyd has really had to try to pick it up with all the injuries.
We will take a halftime break, guys. As always, hang out with us, and we'll be back for the second half of this one. Hopefully the Rams can extend some drives. Baker Mayfield hasn't looked bad. Cam Akers, big fumble, costly fumble.
Moving Adams all over the place.
Carr.
Just called out Wagner's number.
Ball about at the 15. Looking, steps up. Will now check it down. That one is Devontae Adams.
That's Adams making the catch underneath.
He'll get a gain of about 5. That's now got him 3 catches, 71. So that's looking good.
It's a big series for the Rams. They are. Remember, they start.
And that is the last timeout for the Raiders. So 56 seconds left to go. This is bringing up a 3rd down. 3rd and about 4, maybe 3rd and 5.
A lot better than 20-3 with a quarterback that's been in town for 48 hours.
If they get the first down, they're going to have to kind of get going a little bit.
Cam Akers. That was a great drive they had going, and all of a sudden.
Gosh, come on. Find a way to throw to Devontae Adams in the end zone or Josh Jacobs. One of them two. Let's win our boost right here.
Back to the left of Carr.
We love to win the boost before half. Devontae Adams is in the slot to the left.
Abdullah in the backfield. 3rd and 5.
Carr in trouble. Now fires, just floats it, and that is intercepted. That was an atrocious throw by Derek Carr. So much good by Derek Carr, and he just threw one of the worst throws you will see. He gets a little bit of pressure and just kind of throws it up to Hollins, and it has nothing on it. And that is an easy pick by a linebacker. And good God, you can't make that throw. Derek Carr is a good quarterback in the NFL, but he makes sometimes those decisions. And that, man, right there, Raiders knocking on the door to really kind of end all life for the Rams. Before halftime, they don't do it. And it's because just idiotic decisions. That one by Derek Carr. So before half, we're going to go ahead and look at the box score. Derek Carr was having himself a decent day, but he's now 9 of 13 for 126, 0 touchdowns, 1 pick, a 68 quarterback rating. Baker Mayfield 3 for 4, 65 yards, a 116 quarterback rating. Josh Jacobs 18 carries, 58 yards, a 3.2 average, and a touchdown. He's had himself a nice day. Like to see him get these yards up a little bit more. Cam Akers 8 for 26, but he had a costly fumble when the Rams were really going strong. Devontae Adams 3 catches, 71 yards, a long of 35. He also had a long of 32. Mac Hollins has had some nice catches, 2 for 22. He's also had some really good end-around jet sweeps. And then for the Rams, it's really been, it's just 3 receptions. It's Van Jefferson, 1 for 21. Tutu Atwell, 1 for 22. And Ben Sharonik, 1 for 22. So Baker Mayfield got himself a pretty good average right now, as they have done well throwing the ball down the field. They just need to be able to extend drives and continue to do that. So right now, Raiders with an 86% chance to win, but they were knocking on the doorstep to really put the Rams in a tough situation there. But a terrible decision by Derek Carr leaves the Raiders with no points on that drive, and the Rams able to take over. With 49 seconds left to go, they got one timeout. Be kind of interesting to see. I do think the Rams got the ball first to start this game, so maybe they push the issue here a little bit. What do you got to lose?
Yeah, Gaines has had a big night. He's just pushing the pocket here again. Without Aaron Donald, the baton's been handed to 91. He pushes the rookie Parham right back into the face of Derek Carr. He gets nothing on the ball. You can see, I thought too, Troy Hill might make the interception, but a great effort there by Jones, losing his balance coming down with the football.
Baker Mayfield gets the ball out quick, just a little bit long for Higbee. Incomplete.
Baker has 3 completions tonight, 21, 22, and 22 yards.
I'm just impressed that he knows where to go with the ball, let alone the timing and accuracy with these receivers. Even that last ball, if there's a chance to complete that. I was telling you to break, it's almost like he's making a mockery out of training camp and rhythm and timing and all the work you put in with these receivers.
Who needs OTAs?
He shows up and he's just spinning it.
Just get on a plane, fly cross country, say hello to your teammates, hello, my name is, and start slinging it.
Mayfield. And that throw is to Trammell, and incomplete.
Intended for Austin Trammell. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Interesting strategy. It's not shocking. Sean McVay is an aggressive guy. He's got confidence, and especially he's
I think you play aggressive here. What do the Rams have to lose?
First couple passes incomplete. With 41 seconds here.
Well, the Rams have 1 timeout. The Raiders have none if they get the ball back.
Yeah.
3rd and 10.
So a tight bunch set. Handoff Akers.
Through the middle.
That is actually not Akers.
To the 25-yard
that
line.
is Brown. And I think they're just going to run the clock out there.
So it's 4th down, and knowing that the Raiders,
so they will go to halftime. Raiders 13, Rams 3. We will see how this one shakes up for the second half, guys. Hang out with us. We will be back for the second half. I'm going to go take me a break and get me some grub.
Second down and 10.
And that's more of what you'd expect to see with a quarterback who's only been in town for a few days and learning a new offense. It's not just the fact that he's memorized some of these plays and he has familiarity with where to go.
All right, guys, I'm back.
It's the
second
actual
half
rhythm and timing with the
has
receivers
started.
that I think if you watch the first half, you have to just be impressed.
Rams find
by just
themselves in a
that. That was the
second and
first throw
10.
that we've seen where the depth and the throw weren't on the same page.
Second and 10.
Baker Mayfield in trouble, flushed out to the left.
Buying time.
And he'll tuck it and run, and he'll pick up a gain of about 5 or 6.
Bench, along with the chain gang group. Baker's first half right here.
Turn down that music.
Three really good throws.
So now 3rd and 4. Can Baker Mayfield
3rd and 4.
extend this drive for the Rams?
Brown is the back.
They could use a really good opening drive in the second half. Gets the ball out fairly quick and finds his man,
That time it
Trammell.
is Austin Trammell at a Rice first-year man, and they're able to convert on a third
For a
down
first
and
down.
4.
Yeah, have him stacked so it gives him some room to make this cut. You could see the pressure there by Crosby.
Trammell falling
almost
down to the
affected
ground
that
does a really
throw.
good job.
I mean, literally, look at that.
Oof,
As he
that
makes
is
the throw on the follow, he
that's
can't even
tough.
follow
Crosby
through
just
because of
hits
how
the
quickly
arm
Crosby
of
got in there, but had enough on
Baker
him
Mayfield, but he's
to be
able
get
to
the ball out there
continue
Trammell for the first.
through his throwing motion and still get that there. So 2 tight ends set here. Atwell motions right to left. Play action. Mayfield steps up, double clutches, is in trouble, and he goes down.
20-yard line. Bilal Nichols gets to him for the sack.
Well, I don't know how he held on to this football because Nichols.
Devon and Mad Sloan has just subscribed to the Coach Plays. Shake it, babe. Appreciate you very much, Devin. Did I say Devon?
It looked like it
Jeez.
got away
Appreciate
from
you very
Baker
much,
Mayfield,
Devin.
but fortunately for the Rams and Baker, he's able to get the ball back.
Could have been a face mask.
Welcome to the team. Welcome to the fam. Shake and bake.
Could have been, should have been.
2nd and 19.
First sack of the game. They bring the rookie Kyron Williams into the backfield. 2nd and 19.
And Mayfield goes down. No, he gets out of that. Tries to check it down to the back. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 19.
3rd down and 19.
This is the fear of anybody that goes against the Raiders. You get an obvious passing situation, and Jones and Crosby have a chance to just tee off and get into the backfield. They don't chip. He doesn't have any help. Havenstein's out there all alone. Somehow Baker Mayfield's able to get away from it, but both guys off the edge collide and get to Baker Mayfield.
So 3rd and 19, probably something safe here with a draw, a screen, or a check down. Check down hitch.
3rd and 19, sets 3
Trip set, single
receivers
receiver
off to the
left.
right side.
And Baker Mayfield fumbled it and
Underneath, and that's
throws it out there quick to the wide
Not
receiver,
a
incomplete.
good start here, but
Fumbled
a
that snap a
flag.
little bit. There is a late flag.
This is a 3rd down and 19.
He just saw the snap through his hands.
8 yards downfield there.
Ineligible man downfield.
Yeah.
Offense number 79.
They were going to try to throw a quick little
Result of the play.
wide receiver
Not a good
screen,
series there
but
for Haven.
the bobble
It's the only
snap
guy who's
is
been
what caused
in
that
the lineup
illegal lineman
all
downfield.
season long for the Rams on that offensive front.
Yeah, and in a poor series, one of the first where they just looked discombobulated, really, from the very beginning of that drive, just going backwards.
Riley Dixon, the punt. Keelan Cole is the returner.
So, Raiders
Drifting.
field this punt. Oh, and that's going to be fair catch
Makes the
interference.
catch, and a flag is thrown.
He was
So,
never able to be given a
Alex
chance
coming in there and decking him and drawing the
to
flag.
field that catch.
Would have been a 46-yard punt. Was he blocked into him is the question.
Ooh, maybe.
Definitely was.
Mhm.
Definitely was. Teamer just pushed him right in the back into him.
Roderick Teamer So you got a huddle here.
Yeah, you may have to call block.
6 officials.
So they're discussing if the gunner was blocked into the returner or not.
It's a long discussion.
It is.
You would think somebody had a really good view of it.
Let's bring our official in.
Yeah, Terry, what
McCall.
do you
Terry,
see here?
what do you think?
Well, we don't have Terry's mic on just yet.
Now I'm here.
There we go.
It appears to me that he does push him into the receiver. Now, if his momentum's taking there already, they'll leave the flag down. But I think he actually pushes him in and prevents the defender from avoiding him. There's also a foul for defensive holding.
There you go. You got 2 flags. So that's the reason for the lengthy coffee break. Then they're coming over to discuss this with Josh McDaniels.
So this is taking a minute.
Tablet. And Stafford on the bench as well. Of course, he's not playing.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team. Catch interference. Kicking team number 84, holding on the return team number 20. The Raiders have elected to re-kick the ball. It will be 4th down.
All right, after all that.
I thought it would be offsetting penalties anyways. Thought you had to replay it down.
He just joined us. Baker Mayfield.
So they said he did not get blocked into him. So.
First time he had the ball, had a good drive going. But now it's the Rams defense is going to have to keep them in the game.
And I think we're so caught up on Baker Mayfield. Alan, we talked in the open. The Rams offense last week with John Wolford, they were running the football, they were running jet sweep, and they were running play action. So as much as we want to see Baker Mayfield, now that they've dug themselves in a hole and they're trailing, I think you got to get back to that identity that had the really good rhythm last week.
Yeah, and we could see Wolford. I mean, the question with Wolford was what about the neck? It's been bothering him. He can't throw deep downfield. Started the game, brought Mayfield in. We'll see who's in on the next series.
Yep.
Meanwhile, a re-kick now from the 20-yard line. Riley Dixon.
So they punt it off again. And it will go out of bounds near the 41, 42.
Bench.
And that's where the Raiders will take over for their first drive in the second half. All right, so it looks like we're coming back from commercial. I really just want to see Davante Adams big in this drive. Go ahead and win that bet. Would not hurt my feelings to see Josh Jacobs catch a pass.
So unique. I mean, Beckham made that catch in the Sunday night game.
Yeah.
And now everybody's making these catches.
Yeah. And there's just something even more graceful about Adams. When
Hand off. Josh Jacobs gets a gain of 2.
Routinely.
2-yard gain, and a flag comes in from behind.
Holding. Offense, number 45. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Jacob Johnson, the fullback. So everybody was shocked when Adams came over in the deal with Green Bay, but the two of these guys were together. As those of you who follow football closely know, at Fresno State. 24 touchdown passes with the Bulldogs and 12 touchdown passes.
Here we go.
One behind Burrow and Chase for the second most in a single season NFL history, with a couple of college teammates. They're reunited. And they talked about it from time to time through the years. About, eventually, maybe, and it did happen.
We'll play action fake. Carr right down the middle. That one's incomplete on 1st and 20. And 2 Raiders collided there.
Not hold it in. It'll be second down and 20.
One was kind of shaken up. Cole Sr.
On the field, both of us had a chance to talk with Davante Adams just about that move and how much he looked forward to coming back and working with his college teammate. Well, there was a big hit there. Taylor Rapp with a big hit on Cole. Cole goes out of the game. Here it is right here. Watch this big collision. Bang. Incidental, really.
Yep. Cole will walk it off on the sideline. Second down.
Renfro still plays for the Raiders. He does, but I'm guessing he's injured, Tyler. I haven't kept up with the Raiders, but he must be injured because I don't see him. So, and I like Renfro. He's a good football player. Jacobs gets a crease and will get out. The ball does come loose, but I think he was down on the ground. That's going to be a good game for Jacobs. Jacobs a little shaken up.
They're going to call him down by contact, and he is shaken
up. Yeah, Renfro's a really good football player.
He has worked so
and that is a big miss for the Raiders.
Over the issue of fumbling
I guess I need to look up what's going on with Renfro.
Great job all year. Here he's extending,
let's see if I can figure it out.
Definitely down, and then the ball comes out. They went with a dime look with 6 defensive backs. Very risky, even in second and long.
He's a chain mover, man. He is a chain mover. In this situation right here, they could use him. 3rd and 5. Carr's looking in trouble, flushed out to the right, and he's just going to try to take off and run, and he's going to be about a yard shy. Dove for it, but a yard shy.
Him out of bounds, a yard shy of the first down. It's 4th down.
Concussion.
Got pressure from Floyd. There's a spy by Wagner. He knows exactly where he needs to keep him and prevent him from getting to get that first down. Good speed in the open field. His eyes on Derek Carr. Again, Carr is an athlete, not known necessarily to take off, but once he gets flushed, it's Wagner's job to clean it up, and he does.
Well, the Raiders send in the punt group. Would they fake it on a 4th and 1? They will not. Cole, one of the best.
Renfro went on IR with an oblique injury. Could be coming off IR any week now. So that's what I just read. So Renfro's been out with an oblique injury. James Bailey just came in, popped back in chat, said Renfro is on IR from last week. So yeah, he's on IR, and they don't have Waller neither. Boy, those are 2 massive players they don't have currently playing for them. I love me some Renfro, and like I say, Waller's a great player as well. Tyler says game changer, yeah, facts. So more reason why you just need to throw the ball to Davante Adams and win me that bet. Waller is IR on 2. Yep, that's what I read. I think his is a hamstring issue. That's not good. Hamstrings tend to linger for a bit, so How long has Waller been out, James Bailey? Interested to see how long that's been the case. All right, so we're back. And off. Good little move here for Williams. And the Rams got a first down.
Again, Al, this is what they've got to do. This is going to open up the play-action pass.
Oh, really, James Bailey? Wow.
Baker Mayfield and more
some unfortunate injuries, that's for sure.
Positions to be able to go play action and work the edge. Go after Chandler Jones. It's a lot different going against Crosby and Jones when you're running the football in favorable positions as opposed to being at 2nd and 20 and 3rd and 12 where they can come after you.
They're working on Jacobs on the sideline, wringing out his pinky finger, we understand.
Gotcha. Well, Josh Jacobs right now is kind of holding his hand as he got shook up that last play that he fumbled on. And that one's just off the mark for Baker Mayfield.
Jefferson. You're talking about McDaniels when he was at Denver. It started out great. He was 6-0. Oh my God, it's off the Belichick tree, and here we go. And then forget about it. Flamed out, got fired before the end of the next season, and then spent the following year as the Rams offensive coordinator when they were in St. Louis under Jeff Fisher.
Yep. Ends up back in New England, and I think like anybody, you go through phases in life. You grow, you develop, you mature, and it just feels like he and this franchise are in a good spot to be able to grow. And even this year, they still have.
And they're going to have to call a timeout.
After a 2-7 start.
That's tough for the Rams there.
In that last conversation,
sure looked like it.
Yeah. Rams
had to call a timeout to avoid that penalty.
Pinky, we're told. Here it is.
All his weight came right down on that right hand.
Kaylee, what do you know?
Yeah, so Al, when they took Jacobs' glove off, they taped his right pinky finger. Then they put his glove back on and actually buddy taped his ring finger to that pinky finger on the outside of the glove. He is not shy about showing that he's in pain, but he's trying to work through it.
Yeah, great close-up shot of exactly what he's going to deal with when they get
so 2nd and 10 for the Rams.
2nd and 10.
Mayfield, quick wide receiver screen, and that one's thrown down by Crosby.
Max Crosby. Why does he have 2 X's in his first name? M-A-X-X means he was 11 pounds, 9 ounces at birth.
That's pretty good. And he commits himself every week, every day to the cause of getting better. His get off so quick, and when he can't get to you, he's going to, with his length, It's 6'5". He's able to get up and knock that ball down. Such an athlete within this defense. A real building block in only his 4th year.
You say pretty good, not for Mrs. Crosby.
Right.
3rd down and 10. Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield pulled it and tucked and just got a gain of a couple, so they're going to have to punt.
Secondary does its work. He's working with new guys, of course, who he barely knows. And it's 4th and 10.
You know, like any quarterback, it's always tough to work through progressions on 3rd down, and especially when a quarterback that's been learning an offense for 2 days. He worked left, no one's there, comes back to his right. By then, the pressure had gotten to him.
So he caught the fleeting glimpse of Jacobs going back into the locker room. Dixon's 3rd punt of the night coming. Keelan Cole sets up at the 25-yard line. It's a line drive boot to the sideline. And there's a flag down, and they ran into Dixon, and this may give the Rams a 1st down. What would have been a 4th and 10. That's Brandon Bolden.
There's no foul on the play.
There is no foul now. They throw a flag and then say no flag.
So commercial break, as the Raiders will take back over here very soon. Definitely should have took the under. Josh Jacobs going out. They're talking. That is not good. Josh Jacobs went to the locker room, dealing with a pinky injury. Oh, that's gonna hurt my bits. That is terrible news for the Raiders, as he's to the locker room dealing with a pinky issue.
Tonight, briefly, and there he is, Zamir White.
Come on, I need Devontae Adams to come big for me.
Drafted in the 4th round. His carry here is a nice one, a gain of 8 yards. Goes White with 8 minutes to play in the 3rd.
Getting again to that edge. We've seen Michael Hoyt. Now we have Keir Thomas. But, a good job in a first play for Zamir White to come in, lead blocker with Johnson.
Need a Devontae Adams big play and a Devontae Adams touchdown.
Secure the edge and get positive yards on 1st and 10.
2nd and 2. Telling us that Jacobs is now questionable.
Run a little draw.
And the Rams
nothing going there. He'll bring up 3rd and 2.
Set up a 3rd down and short. 3rd and 2 halfway through the quarter.
You know, I had a chance to call White's last game of his career in a national championship last year, and he's more than capable. He just doesn't have the experience. He's a very similar style of back as Josh Jacobs. He's got some shake, but also has plenty of power to work through these arm tackles.
So 3rd down and 2. That's Abdullah, the 3rd down back, number 22.
All right, so here we go. 3rd and 2. Single receiver is Devontae Adams to the left. Looking that way. Takes another deep shot to Devontae Adams, just out of reach. Come on, man. Just high percentage throws. Damn it.
Able to hold and get the ball back.
Yeah, really good job here by Jalen Ramsey, who has lost a couple of those battles tonight to Adams. This time he takes away that alley to the outside, just kind of squeezes him towards the boundary, and look how tough of a throw that would be, even if you were able to get it in there for Derek Carr. So we've seen a couple go the way of Adams. This time, give Jalen Ramsey credit for a good play.
Cole's 2nd punt of the night. To the 26, a flag is thrown immediately. And run back to the 34 pending the infraction.
There's Josh Jacobs back already.
It was a 48-yard punt, 6-yard return. And awaiting the call here from Rogers, who tells us.
Kick, holding, return team, number 31. It's a 10-yard penalty from the end of the kick. It'll be 1st down. Timeout.
Robert Rochelle. Chinese Theater in
So
Hollywood.
that gets us to another
Thursday night football.
commercial break, as the Rams will now take back over in this one. So this game has kind of became a snooze fest. I mean, if we're being honest, kind of sucks. All right, so now we're back.
15-yard line as they
And the Rams take over and see if they can make anything interesting happen. They hand off to Cam Akers, gets a gain of about 5.
How about Baker up there? He's changing the call. You know, every run they have, they can, meaning they'll flip it. They'll go from the left to the right or right to the left based on the alignment of the defense. Brian Allen, of course, is helping him on short notice, but a good job of recognizing what he needed to see to give him some positive yards. Again, for this offense, with this offensive line and receivers, they've got to stay on schedule against this Raiders defense. They get behind the sticks, it's over.
Rolling, chase, throws.
Nice little boot action here. Gets it to Skoranek, and Rams will be able to pick up a first down there.
A lot of familiarity with Mayfield because back in 2018, they were going to the combine. He wound up on the same flight with Mayfield, who would eventually be the #1 draft choice that year, and they sat together and talked nothing but football for the 3.5 hours between LA and Indy.
Yeah, genuinely likes him. He just, you know, and it seems like Baker Mayfield in his career, he's become a polarizing figure from Cleveland to Carolina. Whether you're a fan of those teams or not, people have strong feelings towards him. Sean McVay's a fan, and it goes back to that meeting, like you said, on that flight.
Little boot action. Mayfield taking a shot deep down the field, and we're going to get a pass interference, and that is going to set up the Rams deep into Raider territory.
And the flag is thrown. They're going to plead the case here that it was uncatchable, but no, sir, says the official.
Defense, number 25. Ball's placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic. First down.
That's a pretty savvy move by an inexperienced receiver in his second year. I think he looked Merrick up and knew that he couldn't get to the ball and intentionally ran into him to draw that foul. And right away came up, knew exactly what he was doing. No chance to get to the ball. Looks over, sees a safety that doesn't see him, looking at the football, and runs into him and draws the flag.
Cool move if indeed he did do that. 41-yard penalty. And the ball's at the 30-yard line. Running back is the rookie Kyron Williams. Fake toss.
A little reverse and a little double reverse here. But that is well defended by the Raiders. That honestly just took a little bit too much time to develop there.
He just makes a great play, and we're bragging on him, and here he shows his inexperience. When you come around the corner like this, off this double reverse, you got to be a little bit more instinctive and patient as a runner. You got a couple guys out there, and he just runs right. He doesn't give his back a chance, Kyron Williams, a chance to make a block. You almost have to set the block up and then get down the sideline for some positive yards. So just showed some impatience there as a runner.
Yeah, second down and 10. 4.5 to go in the third.
Play action, booting out to the left, Mayfield. And he's just going to get back to the line of scrimmage. I would like to see them do a little bit more boots to the right. They've had him boot away to the left multiple times in this game, and he's right-handed. That's not the easiest for a right-handed quarterback, I'll say that.
At their own 18, and on this drive at their own 17 after that penalty. So that pass interference call flips the field and at least gives the Rams hope now in positive territory.
There's Matthew Stafford along the sideline.
All right, so see, on 3rd and 10, if Mayfield can get something going here. Only one down lineman for the Raiders. A lot of people coming. Get it out quick to Atwell. Got some blocks. He cuts loose. Gets a gain of about 15, and I think you're adding more, as I think he got taken down by a face mask.
And could be against the Rams.
Oh, wow. Holding on the offense. That is brutal.
Yeah, that's on Havenstein.
Yeah, you put a big man out there in space against a defensive back, and there's Hobbs coming up in support. He quickly moves, and that quick movement forces the big tackle to just kind of grab on just long enough to get the attention of the official. He was by him, by the way. That was after he'd already made the move.
He was gone.
Yep.
And hardly a classic hold, too.
No.
So it's 3rd and 16.
So now, 3rd and 16.
Line of scrimmage, the 36.
Not ideal. Mayfield fires, just kind of checks it down to the tight end, Hopkins. So he'll bring up a 4th and about medium.
Perryman, middle backer.
And they're going to kick this field goal to make it a one-possession game.
Make it a one-score game, and then a flag comes in at the end of the
late
play.
flag, and
kind of jawing back and forth. There was a swing there by Coleman Shelton. You need a field goal here to get it within a possession. This is a dead ball penalty against the Rams. Pushed him back. It's going to take him out of field goal range.
Holy cow.
Oh, man.
Ugly turn of events here
out in open field
for the Rams.
Potentially
After
a
the
dead
play,
ball
personal foul. Offense number 65.
Wow.
15-yard penalty.
15. So it would have been a 45-yard field goal attempt, and now they're out of range. Here it is again.
Yeah, and you got Harmon right there. He kind of pushes, and then now we've got a potential issue. And you know, anytime you get your hands up into the face of another player on the other side, and you move your you kind of swinging at him, that's what catches the attention of the official. So they had a gimme field goal, and now he's going to have to try it from 61 yards.
Yeah, it would have been 45 or 46.
So this one's going to be a 61-yard field goal attempt.
50-yard line.
After that penalty from the right hash. Snap, set, kick is on its way, and that is hooked to the left.
No good. And the Raiders will get the ball in midfield after that.
Terrible penalty.
Wide left by 4 yards. With 2:42 remaining.
Terrible penalty.
In the third.
I think we get
self-immolation there.
Yeah. And this is what Sean McVay's been working so hard on is going through this storm. This entire year has been a storm. A lot of adversity. You know, you're sitting there looking at a 3-9 off of a Super Bowl season, all the injuries, and then you make a mental mistake right there. And Coleman Shelton knows that he cost himself and his team 3 points and a chance to get it within a possession. Now look at the field position that the Raiders get off of that missed field goal.
Well,
is that Josh Jacobs? Nice. Josh Jacobs is back in, so that's good.
Turned out to be, we assume, negative.
Tosses it to him right, and he's looking to throw, but then he tucks it and gets a gain of a couple.
And it's a minimal gain here. Bobby Wagner making the tackle 45.
I think it's worth mentioning that Raheem Morris in this defense, if you go back to the beginning of this game, it was a touchdown, a field goal, and the Raiders were off and going with one of the better offenses in the NFL, and that was 13 points early in this game. Since then, with a lot of injuries, man, they've made some adjustments, and it's like a boxing match where they're just kind of hanging on, keeping their offense and this team within striking distance.
Both drives of the Raiders in this half have been 3 and outs.
Come on. Look at all that space you got over there, Devontae Adams. Throw it out there quick. You've got your matchup you want. Carr's not looking that way. Throws it off to Josh Jacobs, and he'll pick up a gain of about 8.
Short goes Jacobs, who skips out of bounds there.
Well, he used his right hand there to deflect the defender, and he came up kind of shaking his hand just by using that stiff
Bring
arm.
up about a 3rd and 1.
During the last commercial, after those 2 3-and-outs, McDaniels, he wasn't joshing.
Well, that's what we just talked about. Their first 3 series, points on the board, and since then, nothing.
So 3rd down now, 3rd and 2. Johnson, the fullback.
Hand off Jacobs on a little counter action, and he finds enough for a 1st down.
Moves the sticks, takes it to the 37-yard line on carry number 21 for him.
Incredible that he's working through this. I mean, and even coming into this game tonight, he's dealing with some nagging injuries, and now he's got that right hand that's bothering him. And he put a stiff arm on the previous play and just came up. You could tell how sensitive that hand is. And he's a tough runner that runs between the tackles. I mean, this could be a long 4th quarter for him.
Final minute of the 3rd.
Short motion there by Devontae Adams. Carr steps back. Flushed out to the right. And avoiding pressure. He's got to get rid of it. And he does.
Throws it away. Chased that time by Copeland and Hoyt. 2nd and 10 with 25 seconds.
This gives you an idea how much pain he's dealing with. That looks like a routine stiff arm. And then look right away, look at his face. I mean, you can tell the kind of pain he's dealing with.
Those are the grimace when he put that stiff arm out on him. 2nd down and 10 right now. From the 37-yard line.
Little counter play. Jacobs finds another crease, gets across the 30.
To the 29.
Jacobs now has 86 yards rushing. And that's going to get us to the end of the 3rd quarter. I need a Josh Jacobs touchdown or a Devontae Adams touchdown on this drive, man. Also need freaking a 19-yard reception by Devontae Adams.
13.
So going into the 4th, Raiders 13, Rams 3. All right, so we're back.
Really good job of
and they hold him on 3rd down.
Off of the potential block by Colton Miller. Watch this off.
They try to run a little inside zone and just nothing there. So they're going to go for it on 4th and 1.
Get the same group out there. And then Carr
they sneak it, and he's got it.
And pick up the 1st down.
Easy.
Got up there, looked like just for a second they were trying to draw him offside, and Carr takes it himself. 1st down.
Yeah, got right behind Andre James, and usually the modern sneak, you see running backs get in there tight behind the quarterback and help push them for the 1st down. But here he just kind of went to the bubble, went to the soft spot behind the center, and Got everything that he needed there for the first down. So the Raiders, instead of trying to get up, by 16-3, they're trying to go for a potential knockout punch here.
Handoff, Josh Jacobs. He tries to cut up and gets a gain of about 3. Come on, man. I need Jacobs or a Devontae Adams touchdown right here.
Workhorse in the worksheet, 24 carries for 90 yards. The long was 15 and shaking that hand again.
Yeah, he's showing the durability. It's the 4th straight game. Think about other offenses, the style of offenses. 4th straight game with over 20 carries. And eventually he's going to get. He's got 9 more yards to be over 100 yards for the 4th straight time.
Devontae Adams is in the slot to the right. Wanted that way, and now fires, and it's low.
Adams that time.
Ugh,
the intended
this
receiver
is
did a nice night with
frustrating.
Long grabs. 3rd down and 7.
Yeah, really good job by Bobby Wagner there in coverage. I think he knew pre-snap that he was trying to find that glance route, trying to throw the football to his favorite target, Adams, and he just kind of gets into that throwing lane. Watch him work to his left, and it forces the quarterback Carr to have to come off of it.
Well, there's your right tackle, Jermaine Illuminor. They work on him.
So right tackle for the Raiders is now hurt. Raiders are dealing with some injuries, that is for sure, as that takes us to another break. Appreciate you very much, Angie. All right, so here we go.
And now a rookie there.
This is 3rd down.
So
for the Raiders, 3rd and 7. Come on, find a way to extend this drive, please.
A big play for the Rams here. 3rd down and 7. That Rams defense trying to keep it a 2-possession game.
Steps up in the pocket, checks it down, and he will not get the first down.
He's able to hold it in. He hauls it into the 18. But well short of the
and
first
field goal unit comes right out. Golly, this is terrible.
Point lead.
Trash, dude.
By the Rams. I mean, they're giving up some plays, giving up some yards. Remember that drive started after that missed field goal. Started on their side of the 50.
Yep.
So doing everything they can to try to keep this team in the game.
Yeah, a 10-play drive to this point. but not that much yardage. As Carlson bangs that
The
one.
field goal kick is good, so it's 16-3
So there are the first points for
in
either
this
side
snooze fest of a game.
in the second half.
Bobby Wagner, the veteran in his 11th year, who's been instrumental with a lot of the injuries.
Mute that just momentarily.
His approach and how he tries to be a leader as a first-year guy, and with the injuries around him, he's had to become even more vocal.
Catch his old mates next week on Thursday night. Go to Seattle against San Francisco. As this kick here will bounce through the end zone, and we go to Kaylee.
Al, when Bobby Wagner was growing up about an hour east from where we are now, twice he led his high school to a division championship, and he told us he remembers his family pooling money together to buy him a ring. So when Colony High School won another title last year, he bought rings for the whole team. He said he hopes that gesture inspires those young men to go to college and be able to give back too.
He played his college football at Utah State. Same draft that produced Russell Wilson a decade ago, brought in Wagner as well. Meanwhile, the Rams here with Akers as the running back. Kyron Williams
Boot.
is the running back.
Checks it down to the tight end.
Flat.
And he catches it for a gain of about 6.
Higbee, the tight end.
Again, for people just tuning in, we're watching Baker Mayfield in just a couple days of trying to consume Sean McVay's offense as much of it as he can. And he had a great start, you know, when he came in for John Wolford, hitting a lot of throws, and second half not as good. Now he's got himself in a 13-point hole in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 5. Over the left
Woof.
side. Hit
Pretty
hard
good
as
size
he
hit
crosses
there.
the line of scrimmage. Kyle Pecco is there to take Williams down, and it's 3rd down and 3.
Al, I don't know what was crazier, hearing the news that Baker Mayfield was heading to the Rams, or seeing, I was curious, is he going to wear 6? I didn't know what number he'd be in, and here he is in 17.
Apparently there was the only skill position
That's all they
number
have.
available. But there it is. Almost looks like a 77. They made that overnight. 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 for Baker Mayfield and the Rams. Mayfield takes a shot down the field, and it's just overthrown.
Coverage is good. Atwell, the intended receiver, and a penalty in the offensive backfield.
It's going to be a hold
On Haven's side again.
Offense, number 79. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
Well, you're trying to block Crosby, and here's what you have to do.
Yeah, when it's 3rd down and he knows it's a pass, he's either going to beat you or he's going to force a hold. I mean, again, I don't know if there's another defensive end playing as well as he is as far as total package. And it was, again, a guy that commits himself, you know, with food prep 7 days a week, stretches every night, sleep. I mean, he is completely engaged in being a dominant player, and he wants to be the best that this league has to offer.
Dixon, his 3 punts have averaged 52 tonight. Another flag.
And it's also not only a snores fest, but a flag fest as well.
I think the Raiders may have jumped. Rams have not caught a break tonight. Will this be their first break?
Well, it was 4th down and 3. There you go. There's your evidence, Your Honor.
Sean McVay's got to be thinking, come on, man, just give it. Give us a break. Come on.
You got a second flag as well. It's
During
on
the kick,
the Raiders.
holding return team number 27. That penalty is declined. Offside defense. That 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
So 4th and 3 becomes a first down to give them some life here in a 13-point game with 10:53 left in the 4th. Furl is the guy who jumped offside. Former #1 pick out of Clemson back in 2019. So can the Rams take advantage of this now as they have a first down at the 38-yard line?
Mayfield fires, and he's got his man.
Inside the 45.
Van Jefferson, big play there.
And
much needed,
penalty.
that's for sure.
They're all over the joint. Holding.
Oh my gosh.
10-yard penalty, first down.
Ty Nseki, the 37-year-old left tackle who's been everywhere, man. A Marina League, Canadian League, a bunch of practice squads, came over from Indy in October.
Well, we've seen Crosby create the holds, and now on the other side, Jones, who had 3 sacks last week, trying to get their Baker Mayfield, and Nseki now losing that outside edge. He grabs on to the jersey. Again, this offense going backwards.
Kevin Carberry is the offensive line coach. Not a happy man right now. 7 penalties on the Rams tonight. They've been killers for the most part for 60 yards.
Now 1st and 20.
So
Mayfield checks it down for a little running back screen.
Screen here to Williams, and he gets tackled on the
We'll get a
open
little
field
bit.
at the 39-yard line by Denzel Perryman. 2nd and 10 now after a 10-yard gain.
Yeah, even a small thing like that from Baker Mayfield, who just being here in a short time, a screen pass, a lot of that is about selling it and the timing, and pretty good execution there to get some positive yards.
Now Mayfield goes no huddle with them. And that's hauled in by Skoranek over the middle. So they turn the 1st and 20 into a 2nd and 10, and then another first down in Raider territory.
So he's going to go hurry up, and he's going to face a blitz. I mean, look at this. These guys are walked up, and he's in a hurry up in a new offense that he really doesn't quite know, and he throws a seed for a first down. It's almost like Baker is better off not thinking and just put the football in his hands, let him know an idea of the direction of these routes, and then just let it rip.
Just make the complicated simple at a certain point.
Yeah.
In the 48-yard line, Mayfield hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. Trying to make a circus catch was Atwell. Chandler Jones put the heat on. 2nd down and 10.
Well, if you're a Raiders fan, you got to love to see the way Chandler Jones is trending these last few weeks. I mentioned how I think Tillery in the inside's helping because it's creating one-on-one opportunities for him and Crosby. That's why the Tillery pickup was so big. But with the length that he has, the experience, almost reinventing himself, where he had so much twitch for most of his career, now he's using more technique, hands, 2nd and 3rd moves, and more power.
2nd and 10.
Mack throws low, but I think it's caught, and then
Skoranek
he was never
still on his
down,
feet
so they
fighting
finally
this to the
call him down.
43-yard line. Make it the 42. Make it 3rd down.
Skoranek making some plays tonight.
Yep.
You know, we thought Atwell and Powell would be the guys with Cooper Kupp down.
Did he make the grab here?
Yeah, does a good job.
Yep. You saw McVay say, hurry it up. We don't want to challenge. And did they get the flag out? And they did.
All right, so they're going to challenge that.
Saw the replay. Did McDaniels shoots the flag out. That's why McVay wanted them to hurry things up. And our first challenge of the night.
Challenge in the previous play of an incomplete pass.
Well, I think initially he had his hands under, and then as he started to fall to the ground.
So that'll get us to another little stoppage as they are challenging this play of this ball being thrown. Tip of the ball does hit the ground a little bit, so that one could be coming back.
Terry,
and an unsuccessful challenge.
I think sometimes fans see the ball hit the ground and they just say, okay, that's an incompletion. But what Al just said, you had told us at the break, the control is able to keep that as a reception. And it's just is it a subjective decision on control?
It is. He's got to get control, firm grasp of the ball, which he did there, and then he maintained control after it hit the ground. That's the other aspect of it.
Got it. Thanks.
So it holds. 3rd down and 4 now. Malcolm Brown is in the backfield. Mayfield, who's played the entire game after the first series, and the Raiders come across and they stop the play. So this will
Neutral zone
result.
infraction, 98 defense. 5-yard penalty.
So that's
Those
the
yards are enough for a first down.
second first down via penalty on this drive.
Allen's head. Crosby is trying to get an indicator of when he just kind of guesses. Once that head goes down, you've been seeing the ball snapped most often tonight, and this time he gives him a freeze and Crosby jumps.
And Havenstein says, thank God, not me. Akers back in the backfield. 8:41 left in the 4th. Akers
Akers will cut loose for a gain of about
to
6.
the 30.
Maybe about 8.
2nd down and 3. Stopped there by Nate Hobbs.
And you saw him can the call, meaning kill it and keep it on. And he saw what he needed to see to give this offensive line the blocking angles that they needed. And that's what the Rams would hope to do all night, is find play or angles where they can help their offensive line and run the football and mix in the play action. They do not want to be back in that pocket the way they have most of the night against Crosby and Jones.
2nd and a long 2 just inside the 30-yard line.
Play action. And checks it down. That's fine. Gets it to the tight end. Makes a good play.
Tight end Tyler Higbee.
Need the Raiders to get in the
9
offense. But hey,
plays, 51 yards. 7 of those have been passes.
Again, really impressive job here. You run the football. It sets up that boot action that Baker Mayfield is really comfortable in doing. He's not just a guy throwing from the pocket. He likes to get out on the edge. But how about that throw that time to Higbee? Had to work that around Chandler Jones to make that throw.
Mayfield now 12 out of 22 for 130 yards.
booting out to the left. They make him boot out to the left
Right there, and
every time. It is incredible.
Masterson and the officials is no, sir.
They have an injury tonight to Jayon Brown. Jayon Brown is a guy that plays the ball in coverage really well, and Masterson has had to step up, the rookie out of Wake Forest. That's what the fans were yelling about. He doesn't grab onto the face mask. His hands are there. Terry giving us the wave off. Good no call.
Yep. And no gain, second down and 10. Mayfield throwing a little bit low. The Raiders say no, and so do the officials. Skoranek, the intended receiver, will be third down and 10.
Yeah, it's a position that Baker in this offense has been in, unfortunately, quite a bit, especially in the second half. The ball's either going to have to come out fast or you're going to have to move the pocket, because here's Crosby and Jones are going to tee off on those offensive tackles. What are you saying? Whose house is it?
Well, right at the moment, it's the Raiders' house. And not even an Airbnb this time. Third down and 10.
Mayfield deep out, and that is completed to Atwell.
Inbounds to Atwell. So a huge third and 10 completion. They'll spot the ball at the 11-yard line.
I think that right tackle Havenstein gets away with one. You knew it was coming. You better get the ball out fast. Watch how he grabs onto him around the neck. Somehow Baker Mayfield still gets this ball off. And Havenstein, who's had a rough night in these third and long situations, does not get the call. And a heck of a route and combination there with Baker Mayfield and Tutu Atwell.
Caught Atwell again. Stays on his feet, takes the ball down inside the 8-yard line, tackled there by Hobbs with 5:45 remaining in regulation.
Giving themselves a chance here, and Atwell has become the
Spencer
go-to
says
guy
took a nap. Hey,
on
Spencer,
recent
man,
weeks.
I can't blame
Allen
you.
Robinson, of course, Cooper Kupp. Down, you got to turn to the next wave of receivers, and it's been
I
Atwell,
can't
who's,
blame you.
again, 5'6", 165 pounds out there making plays.
Got a glimpse of Cooper Kupp. Big time Super Bowl for him last year.
And
Ball
off
handed
Akers.
off here to
Gets
the
a couple.
5-yard line. Cam
They have
Akers.
chewed this clock away, and I am going to lose both my dang
Third down,
bets,
third
man.
and 4.
So mad.
Raiders making this offense have to earn it, right? Making them drive, eat the clock, not giving up the big play.
I think you're pretty much compelled, I think, on 4th down here.
Have to.
You got to turn it into
Yeah.
one possession game. Field goal is 10 points. You still need 2 possessions. Probably have 2 shots at it here. 3rd down and 4.
Mayfield steps
stepping
up
stepping
and
away,
fires. That is
caught.
connected.
And that's going to be
There's a yard
Brown.
shy.
Malcolm Brown is a yard short of the 1st down. So can the Rams basically stay alive here? It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 2.
How in the world is Baker Mayfield executing down in this red area that is so tough to do with Crosby, who's relentless, chasing him down? He's hanging on to him, and he gets the ball off. Are you kidding me?
4th and 1. Clock now under 4 minutes. Brown in the backfield and a timeout. Taken here
Golly,
by the
dude.
Rams, so they're down to their last
This
run.
drive has been brutal for my bets. I am not lying.
Well, we
man.
started the night and said, you know, it's kind of like mystery theater. We didn't think Mayfield would play this much, but he has. And again, they've got 11 days before their next game, so you'll probably see him on Monday Night Football at Green Bay a week from Monday.
Just to put it in perspective, you and I had a speaking engagement on Tuesday night. So normally I come in on Wednesdays for our games. You live here in town. I had to fly in, of course. I got here before Baker Mayfield got here. And he's out there learning an offense in 2 days. And he's dealing with Crosby, and John Wolford has sure tried to help him as much as he could these last couple days.
He's kept his helmet on. I mean, poor Wolford started the game, played 1 series, and, you know, dying to get back in. Meanwhile, 4th and 1. And Mayfield keeping
Throws it
alive.
to the flat. He's
Caught.
got it.
And forward
He does not get the
progress
touchdown, but he's definitely
will
got the
net
first
him-
down.
It should net him the first down.
Yeah, he
And
has
it does. He gets it
Oh.
inside the 1-yard line. So Akers tackled there by Merrick, but has enough. Here's the line in the shot. The yellow line grabs it. Forward progress. Clearly has it. And they come to the line right now on a 1st and goal. And this is Akers into the end zone. Does he get in there? The Rams say yes.
Finally.
And the Raiders, who haven't stopped a 1st and goal in about 14 years seemingly, give up another one here.
Wow, the 4th down call with a new quarterback, where he's got to go over Chandler Jones and make that throw. Heck of an effort by Cam Akers, by the way, to secure the catch and get just enough. Yeah, the ball does get across for the 1st down. They go hurry up, and they get 6 finally on the board.
Here's your TD. Just does get it to the goal line and in.
Wow, that ball must have somehow gotten across. They must be taking a peek at that.
They are. All scoring plays are reviewed. Stafford going over things with Mayfield. Enjoying a moment. It's like, it's crazy. It really is. It's
Matthew's
wacko.
like, dude, what are you doing out there? How are you doing this?
Still looking at it.
It was a heck of an effort, whether he gets in or not. Let's see. His body's twisting. It's all about where that ball is. see gets pushed back, but it's just about whether or not it's like they cleared it.
Yep, they did. They did. So now to try to make it a 6-point lead, Matt Gay. So the Rams finally get into the end zone. Took them almost 57 minutes. It's 16-10 with 3.
Oh, I need a Devontae Adams 19-yard reception so bad. Not good, man, not good.
Now he's off skiing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you got the Rams expecting an onside, or the Raiders expecting an onside kick here. Guarding against it, but Gay will send it through the end zone and to the 25. They start this drive.
Now it's time for our 4K Sky Cam presented by Avatar, the Way of Water. Fired up for that one myself. Let's look at Max Crosby.
Next carry will be his 25th. And there it is.
Nothing there.
You know, pretty all things considered. I mean, the Rams defense good against the run. They don't have Aaron Donald. He's carried 25 times, but for less than 4 yards a carry. So they've done a pretty good job.
Done a remarkable job. I mean, again, think about the offense that they're going up against. I mean, these last 3 or 4 weeks, they've been putting up big numbers. They're a top 10 offense in the league. Rams use that final timeout, give the 2-minute warning. And again, I'm going to give Raheem Morris and his defense a lot of credit after giving up some points early. They really buckled down, made some adjustments, and kept him in this game to give him this chance here late.
Illuminor is back in the game. Boy, last game played in the league was 3 nights ago, Monday Night Football. where Tom Brady was down 16-3 with about 3 and change to go, and won the game with 3 seconds to go. Rams will see if they can duplicate that. First, they got to get the ball back, though. 2nd down and 9.
They got everybody up at that line of scrimmage.
Come on, we don't have to just run it every play, man.
That's a big gain for Jacobs, setting up a 3rd down.
Oh. Gosh, this is so
21
sad.
personnel with Johnson, an obvious running situation. You know they're going to do it. It's old school ISO block. I mean, when was the last time you heard anybody talk about an ISO block? Watch the fullback taking on that linebacker Jones. That's an offense from the 80s. But it's a mentality, and it's an outlier, and it's tough for NFL defenses.
Meanwhile, stop at the line of scrimmage is Jacobs.
I wish the freaking Rams would come back and win this game.
McDaniels can only shake his head, and the Rams had to have a stop, and they do. And the clock will tick all the way down out of the 2-minute warning. The Rams don't have a timeout.
Morris and his defense again. Like you said, it was a sugar huddle. They tried to hide Jacobs.
I wish they'd come back and win
just
this game.
sneak it in there. But great penetration by Bobby Wagner and company to get into the backfield.
So here's your 2-minute warning. On the other side of the break, it'll be 4th down and 1.
Both these linebackers are able to shoot gaps and be able to get into the backfield. Here's Jacobs, usually lined up as a tailback. Devontae Adams back there, but Wagner and his partner Ernest Jones not fooled at all. And with those offensive linemen occupied by D linemen, they're able to penetrate and push him back. They've been good on those 3rd and shorts and 4th and shorts tonight.
No question.
Gonna get the ball back.
Week from tonight, up north we go. Be in Seattle. Big game in the NFC West. Meanwhile, the punting group comes on. Seattle against San Francisco next Thursday night. A.J. Cole comes in for his 3rd punt. Brandon Powell setting up for a return at his 17. Gets it away, angles it to the far side. It's a nice roll for the Raiders. It skims the sideline.
Punted all the way to the 2.
And down inside the 5-yard line. It bounced around the 20 or so. Looked like it was about ready to go out. And it's a 64-yard punt, putting the Rams in a position they have to go the length of the field here without a timeout. 145.
What a weapon. Like you said, Powell thinks it's going to go out of bounds. It stays in bounds and just keeps rolling. Now this is, who could have thought this tonight? Baker Mayfield shows up on Tuesday night for Los Angeles to learn a new offense, gets into the game, ends up staying in the game, and now he's 98 yards with 1:45 and no timeouts away for having a chance to win it.
Hollywood, baby, send in the script. Let's see what happens. They took another 5 seconds off the clock as well, that punt. To the outside.
Deep out. Didn't get his feet down.
Reaching up. No, he's out of bounds. Atwell. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 2.
Got the right foot down, unable to get the left foot down. We've just given him some positive yards and a little bit more room to work with. Keep in mind, just in town a couple days and he's trying to learn a new offense and timing and rhythm with new receivers, and now you're in a 2-minute offense situation where things move really fast.
Mayfield from his own end zone
Got that.
That's going to set up a 3rd and short. Atwell out past the 10-yard line to the 11, stopping the clock with 1:37.
Yeah, he goes right back to it. This time he puts a little bit more on this ball. See, look at the accuracy on that throw.
On 3rd and 1, look out. Mayfield hit as he throws, and
that one's picked off. There is a flag.
Isaiah, is it Harmon who intercepts it? Meanwhile, Mayfield is saying it's against the Raiders, and here comes the call from Brad Rogers.
Good route by Van Jefferson.
Pass interference. Defense number 21. Ball placed in the spot of the foul.
So pass interference.
Foul is
And
underneath Robertson.
Chargers
The
will take
route
over.
by 12. Jefferson draws this. See him in
Rams
the
will
slot,
keep
grabbing
going.
on already. Then once he makes that move to the outside, he just pulls on his arm. So a great call to negate that interception. And there's the pass rush that, by the way, that he's got to continue to deal with. They blitzed Denzel Perryman, not to mention Jones and Crosby off the edge.
90 seconds. Have to go 78 yards. Mayfield, look out. Down he goes. Slam down for the sack. Who else? Double X.
And they both got in there. Crosby got in there.
They threw the
Jones
flag. I
on
think they're
stop.
getting helmet to helmet
At the 16.
on the sack.
That was a 9-yard sack. Pending.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 90 of the defense, knocking the ball out of the quarterback's hand.
Wow, that is
A
soft.
15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
That is
Oh, boy,
soft.
Jerry
Not
Tillery.
unsportsmanlike, but as a counter toward disqualification.
But great job again. We've seen this matchup all
Can you
night.
game share
Crosby
a game
and Havenstein.
shared game?
Able to play, keeps it with that length,
I'm
keeps him off
a
of him.
little
Jones
confused
beats
at
him.
that.
This is well after the play right there. Tillery knocks the ball out of the
I mean,
hand.
you game
Remember,
share with
they're
your
out of
buddy.
timeouts.
Sure.
It's an obvious
You know?
penalty.
So up to the 28-yard line. To give them more light. Deep down the sideline.
Is that caught?
It is
Holy
Skoranek. Ben Skoranek with a great catch, a contested
What a catch
all
by
the way to the 40-yard line.
Skoranek there, and all of a sudden the Rams
Couldn't be any better
were in a
coverage.
position to win this
And
game
somehow
after
he
the
gets
Raiders
to
just
Skoranek to give
sleptwalked
him a chance,
the
and
whole
Skoranek
time.
Fights him for that football.
Under a minute. 32-yard gain.
Mayfield checks it down.
Underneath. Here's Brown to the 31-yard line. Get up, get it down, get to the line of scrimmage.
Again, just learning this offense. Now he's got this 2-minute. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
2nd and 1. $35, 34, 33. Mayfield throws. That's caught. That's a first down. Here's
You gotta clock
Skoranek
it.
to the 22. Now Mayfield gets up there. He's got to spike it here. Get him set. Get him lined up. Don't have a false start. Don't have an illegal formation.
taking way
He gets
too
it
much
down
time,
with
though.
15 seconds. This is pretty amazing, I got to tell you.
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, just to watch this execution is fascinating. This is a heck of a throw. Great coverage by Nate Hobbs. Puts the ball where Skoranek can go up. Hobbs never really sees it. And how about the job by Skoranek? Second year out of Notre Dame. Gets both hands on it and fights and pulls it away from Hobbs as they hit the ground.
Mayfield's new favorite receiver. 7 receptions, 90 yards. None bigger than that one. 2nd and 10. Mayfield to the end zone to Jefferson. Is that possible? Touchdown.
There you go. The Raiders deserve this.
This is
The
impossible.
Raiders deserve
They go
this.
98
They
yards.
slept the whole entire
That's good
way.
for 23.
That's
There is a new leading man in Hollywood. Holy mackerel.
Baker Mayfield, 98 yards.
unbelievable. Sean McVay's energy says it all down there on the
Meanwhile,
sideline.
all the pressure right now is on Matt Gay to try to in effect
Gosh,
win it with
I
9
wish he missed
seconds,
this
and the Raiders
but-
call a timeout.
Wow.
That is, I mean, this is silly stuff.
It is. Really is. This is a really good call. You got Atwell right here who can work to the inside. Baker is locked in right here on the safety. Watch the movement by Deron Harmon at the snap of the football. He works to the middle of the field, meaning, okay, I got a shot here at one-on-one to the left. Takes it, and again, the accuracy downfield with receivers he's never thrown with. We saw it with Skoranek, and now we see it with Van Jefferson. Makes the play.
Gay for the lead.
And you got it.
17-16, Los Angeles. Some Browns fans are saying right now, come home.
Yeah.
Come home. Come back.
Yeah. Man, good for Baker Mayfield, man.
Wow.
He's been through so much in Cleveland and then Carolina and now here in L.A. Let's go back to Jefferson, who again has only played in 6 games. He's missed 6 games this year, fighting back from a knee injury. And that one-on-one matchup against Sam Webb, the rookie, and he beats him. Pretty tight coverage, but a perfectly thrown
The Raiders tried to sleep their way to victory, and they get what they deserve.
And there's a concentration by Jefferson. And I love, it's a team that's lost 6 in a row. They're 3-9. They've had more injuries than anybody.
There he is again. We saw this in Carolina. We did that Carolina-Atlanta game, and thank goodness he didn't wind up in concussion protocol that night. I mean, think about this. Carolina says, hey, no, you're inactive. You're our 3rd quarterback. He comes in here and he does this thing. Unreal.
You've done a few games in your time. Honestly, I'm not trying to make this like more than it is. Has the league ever seen anything like this after 2 days of being in a town?
Not too many quarterbacks have come in on
Only hope I have
2
is that they
days'
just
notice.
throw one to Devontae Adams.
And won a game. Not too many quarterbacks have come in on 2 days' notice, period. After the game, Google Pixel post-game show exclusively on Prime Video. I'm sure his new home.
Oh, man. Too good.
He's trying to get in the locked gate. They'll let him in. Here's Carr. Any magic here? No. Taylor Rapp to seal it.
Wow.
And for the Raiders, this is going to be a devastating loss for a team that was on the cusp of at least getting back into some semblance of a playoff hunt. But instead of 6 and 7, they can go to 5 and 8. This is a new thing now with Mayfield.
Great comeback for the Rams and Baker, absolutely, Spitzer, but it's a massive choke job by the Raiders.
Mayfield and the Rams, they're going to snap that 6-game losing streak. This Raiders team that had won 3 in a row and started the year 2-7. They were thinking about possibly getting into the postseason.
All right, guys, that's going to do it. I'm going to have to make a video about this real quick. Captain Terry said it himself. Joke. It is a big joke job
for the Rams,
by the Raiders. Until next time, guys, appreciate y'all. Stay humble, stay kind. Peace.
Memorable win. 4th loss this season after leading by 13.